This week, we're looking at a cheat code that is so controversial that it helped shape the face of video game censorship. I don't know about you, but I sometimes long for the days when games were fit to burst with cheat codes, series of button presses, passwords or unlockables that would allow the player to enable useful or completely useless effects while playing the game, from having infinite lives to skipping levels or even turning football referees into dogs. But that one's a tale for another time. These sort of codes are becoming a rarity in modern gaming, so join me in celebrating these simpler times as I take a regular look at gaming's best secrets and how you too can find them. We begin with one of the most controversial cheat codes to ever exist for one of the most controversial video games to ever exist. Midway's 1992 arcade hit Mortal Kombat shocked the arcades with its digitised characters and over-the-top violence, with the added inclusion of blood effects and fatalities, deadly finishing moves that depicted defeated foes being brutally murdered in the name of entertainment. By the time the game was ported to home consoles in September of 1993, in a day dubbed as Mortal Monday, its reputation was intact. With the topic of violence in video games quickly becoming a political topic in North America, Nintendo understandably put their foot down when it came to the SNES and Game Boy ports of the game, enforcing their family-friendly policy by ordering that the game's blood be removed from those versions, ultimately removing the infamous fatalities and changing the colour of the blood to grey and calling it sweat. Meanwhile, while the Genesis/Mega Drive, Master System and Game Gear versions of Mortal Kombat shipped without the blood and fatalities, much like the SNES version, very quickly it had transpired that the uncensored version of the game could just be unlocked via a simple cheat code. Interestingly, the Sega/Mega CD version of the game that came a little bit later already had the gore uncensored, but as a result the game had a higher age rating. Players who booted up the Sega versions of Mortal Kombat were taunted by a screen, cryptically referring to different types of code, pontificating on whether the game itself included one. As you can imagine, it's this screen that unlocks the very code I'm highlighting in this video. So when this screen appears, Genesis/Mega Drive owners will only need to press the button sequence A, B, A, C, A, B, B, at which point Scorpion will invite you to get over here. The on-screen text will turn red and a now entering combat message will appear. If that seems like a little bit too much work and you want a little bit bang for your cheating buck, there is another code that not only lets you unlock all that gore and blood, but also a ton of useful cheat modes. On the title screen, you will need to spell the word dullard, and that is down, up, left, left, A, right, down. The cheat menu will instantly appear, where you can set this cheat code for blood and many more things. Meanwhile, for owners of the Master System and Game Gear versions, on a similar code screen, players can press 2, 1, 2, down, up, and this will get the now entering combat screen when successful. Now, when you play the game, you'll be subject to all that lovely blood and those nasty as hell fatalities. None of this wimpy sweat here. You'll be free to rip the head off your opponents or remove the heart of your enemies to your own heart's content.
Flawless victory.
You sure said it, Shang Tsung. That was one of gaming's best cheat codes, and I hope that your minds weren't warped by that gratuitous display of violence. Why don't you tell me what codes or secrets that you'd like to induct in this Hall of Fame for sneakiness? Tell me your suggestions in the comments below. If this is your first time at Hoof Gaming, welcome, and I hope that you click that subscribe button to be notified about my new videos as well as when they appear. Whether you're a new face or an old friend, thank you very much for watching, and check out the rest of my videos for more video game awesomeness.